Hey guys, Galen here, and today I want to share with you a very important lesson and a story too, which affects every one of you because it doesn't necessarily deal with only fitness and nutrition, but I'm going to talk about it since it's the niche I'm involved in. But it affects every area of your life and essentially every single day of your life. And that is the ability of past experiences and influences to shape our perspective and our reality for us. To give you a little bit of background, I had a consultation yesterday with a new client of mine, and she almost canceled 3 times before getting on the phone. And she walks past our gym a lot too, but never quite made it in the gym. And so we had to start talking about, what is it really looking for? And she really wants to get back in shape, feel better, look better, have more confidence, be happier. And so she used to work out a lot, and she was really into it. And I think she said directly, like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have stopped working out, I would say you're crazy. No way that happened to me. But the reality is it did happen to her. Life got in the way. She fell out of the routine of taking care of herself, working out, eating right. And so she kind of went back to that state of, this kind of maintenance, just kind of existing, doing those things, but never really engaging in the self-care aspect of taking care of her body. And so when we had this conversation, I was like, well, what's kind of preventing you from getting started? And there was a lot of doubt and uncertainty of our environment in the gym. And she used to work up upstairs where there's CrossFit, and that wasn't the best fit for her. But she also kind of clung on to that feeling of the CrossFit environment as being something that we have. So she already had her perception shaped by that experience. And then in not knowing of what's going to be in the gym for her, so that her surroundings with other clientele, what's the environment going to be like, what's the competitive atmosphere, is she going to compare herself to others, is she going to feel quote-unquote stupid for not knowing what to do? And so we carry these fears with us, and then that really prevents us from going forward with what we want. It doesn't necessarily have to be fitness. It could be from actually kind of following your dream, so to speak, or doing a new venture, or just doing anything new in your life. And because we have these experiences, these influences that shape our reality for us, we see these things as nearly impossible, as I can't do that. It's outside of the box of the reality we created for ourselves. And if you're not open to that reality changing, things will never change for you. And it's kind of a hard thing to deal with because you like to feel you're in control and you're in control of your life for the most part. You have all this great influence. But if you allow that veil of the perception you created to blind you, you're never really going to move forward with the things that you want to do. And for her, she said she had an amazing experience this morning. And before coming to the gym, she was very uncertain of what was going to happen. But she was open to the possibility that things would be different for her. And for people who are really looking to change their lives, you have to be open to the possibility that things will be different for you. And it's really easy to cling on to the past and allow you to affect your mindset and just say, this is the way my life is. This is the way things are going to be for me. I got the short end of the stick. This is the way it is. And if you embrace that, that's exactly the way it's going to be. There's nothing else to it because you can create your own reality. You are the writer of the story. You hold the pen. Whatever you decide to write will happen for the most part. But a lot of times people get stuck creating the same character in the same situations, and nothing really changes for them. If you start to embrace the fact that you have a choice, and you can change your life if you decided to, and you embrace that it may be difficult, it may be challenging, but at the same time, you are moving forward in the things that you want to do. And if you start taking care of yourself, if you start building your confidence, if you start to become more empowered, you're going to notice that the reality that you created in this bubble of how things won't work for you are slowly going to start coming down. You're going to realize that what seemed impossible or unreachable or unrealistic in the past was all the story that you created for yourself in the first place. And so once you decide to shift that perspective of what I can't do into what I can do, then you can start eating better, then you can start moving better, then you can start feeling better. And you're going to notice that once you feel better, everything around you starts to be a little bit better. Your relationships are better. You start to be more focused at work, become less stressed. You sleep better. All these things are affected by you. And it's not so much that the external influences are affecting you, it's your internal environment which gets projected outward. And so if you change your mindset about things and you become more open to the possibility that you can change your life if you decide to do so, everything becomes so much fucking easier. The other side of that is if you decide to stay the same, decide that things are not going to change for you, decide that this is the way things are going to be forever, you are going to be that way forever. And so you have a choice. Everyone has a choice. It's not easy. I totally get it. It's actually quite challenging to embrace the alternative because it's not something that you know. It's something unfamiliar. It's something that can be scary. It is a space of uncertainty. But if you don't decide to venture there, you're never going to understand what else is in store for you, right? So if you're listening to this, I encourage you, since we're talking about fitness, and I'm a personal trainer, that if you've been on the fence for a really long time and you really want to start working out, but you're afraid of the experience you may have, you may be afraid of how you look and how you feel in the gym, and you're afraid of all the action that's going on and the uncertainty, I encourage you to reach out to a personal trainer or someone that you know who is involved in this industry and actually have a conversation with them. Because once you start talking about what's really going on in your head, you're going to realize that that doesn't quite sound what I'm saying. That's not quite the story I'm telling myself. I may even say to yourself, that sounds kind of stupid. And I hear that all the time. It's like, well, I'm not really afraid of going to the gym. I'm afraid of, what has to happen next for me if I actually am successful, right? So the story we tell ourselves often isn't true, but that story we tell ourselves helps create that comfort of remaining in the bubble that we created for ourselves. And so have this conversation with somebody. Figure out what is the easiest step for you to take in order for you to move forward. Because once you start taking the first step, then you take the second step, you take this third step. To walk up a flight of stairs, you just have to take one step at a time. And the same thing happens when you start getting in the gym, start eating better, start losing weight, start feeling better. It's all the same thing. It's progress. It's stepping stones. It's a process. You don't have to go and try to shoot that 30-pound goal right away. All you have to do is start making a better decision. What are you going to eat next? Are you going to go to bed a little bit earlier? Are you going to have your clothes out the night before you go to the gym, so you're not scrounging around running like a chicken with the head cut off? These are all very simple, small things that will help get the momentum moving, help get the ball rolling, so you can get going in the right direction. So hopefully the story resonated with some of you guys, because I know there's a lot of you out there who are really struggling trying to take that first step. And it's not as scary as you make it out to be if you're willing to change your story and change your perspective. Hope this helps, guys. Take care.